Okay, today is Sunday, the 19th of April, 2020. And what the hell time is it? Do we know? I am trying desperately to keep these to 15 minutes. It is 2:21 Eastern Standard Time. They've asked me to include the time today. For some, it will be relevant. The time of the reading will alert them that this is important to them. They changed my format. When I start out the morning or I start out the group of readings, they're giving multiple storylines, and there's just no point in arguing with them. They just do what they want anyway. So this storyline is relevant to those who have past lives in Arthurian time in history. The time when Avalon was still open, when magic was still openly practiced before the battle with the Fae. Oof, that's a lot of shivers on my arm. Okay, they've also asked me to choose stones, and this stone, heart, is singing, and it's I can hear it sing. It doesn't normally sing this song, but at the moment it is singing All You Need Is Love, including the ba-ba-ba-ba-bas. In keeping with the theme of that time in history, they have selected the Green Witch cards, which are very appropriate, the Avalon Oracle cards. I have also chosen a blessing card from the Blessed Bee deck, which I love, desperately love this deck. I can't thank the creator enough. They have done an amazing job. Also, this Animal Spirit deck is very, very talkative and seriously accurate. So we will start with that. Oof. And the card for this particular reading, for this particular group of people, and again, they are asking me to reiterate that there are Rennies that this will pertain to. There are Rennies who will find data in here, if not the whole reading, a sentence, a word. Sometimes that's all it is in a reading. It's one word that sends you down the path you need to, or why not call it tripping my trigger? I know that one's fucking about me. Okay. So, Rennies out there, and those who are romantically attached to this time in history, because you have past lives, then this one's for you guys. The animal card is the tiger. And Laurel, I am not going to tell you again. These fucking lips are mine. Stop trying to use them. Tiger. Tiger is represented by the element of fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Well, that's kind of serious. The blessing here is a blessing of protection. Guess if you're going to do battle and you're going to be unstoppable, a blessing for protection is extremely useful. And there is the tiger. Actually, it's two tigers. The Avalon Oracle says, oof, the burden and the swan. Okay, whoever this reading is for, this road is going to be a little bit bumpy. And you have all that you need to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. What I am noticing is so many of these readings for the last, I don't know, 6, 8 readings, is that they are for those who will become the movers and the shakers as we emerge on the other side of this pandemic. They are the people to follow. I mean, I haven't got anybody who's... I haven't done any readings that said, well, follow this guy. Okay, I really haven't. These are about reminding those who will make the changes and will forge a new path. This is to help them in their path. For one of you very specifically, this standing stone card is of a standing stone in Scotland. You have some sort of affiliation with it. They're saying in the past, even if you have not. She said it's for more than one of you. At least one of you has actually seen the stone. This one's for you, she says. You also have the Two of Pentacles and nature. So you have a hell of a balancing act going on here. It's not going to be an easy fight, but if you trust in your power, your passion, you are protected by the old gods, and you have access to them through your psychic abilities. You can be the transformation. You can be the catalyst in this transformation of human evolution, of the path of many human beings to choose a kinder, gentler path, to live in harmony with Mother Earth. You have lots of protection, and know that it is a burden that you agreed to. Somebody didn't just stick this on your back. You came in knowing that this was your job. And if you have been avoiding it, as sometimes we do, I personally have avoided the work necessary with my books, Mother, because sometimes we just get tired. Okay, this is not the time for tired. I just had my ass kicked, and it's don't let them have to do it to you. Just know that you agreed to this and move forward. Okay, what do we got? Who wants to play? Let's get some information on the standing stones. No, some information on the tigers? Okay. Okay, tigers, you will be getting news from afar. And beware of who you trust. As P.T. Barnum said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. That seems to be appropriate here. The tiger's nature is to confront boldly. What it's saying is that in this instance of this communication, this information, you need a sly and subtle approach is what's needed here. Data coming to you. You got a lot of serious animals here. You've got the tigers, you've got the swans of transformation, and you have the wolf. Saying be careful who you trust. And the snake, in its wisdom and craftiness, is saying you want to slide up to this carefully. And the raven says that there is darkness on the horizon. which is part of the burden you will have to bear. You will have to guide others around it. Okay, who wants to talk? Everybody's talking at once here. What do you mean that's too far? Oh, my stars, they're very busy today. The unicorn said there's a card in here for you. Lots of oracles today. The healer. I don't think this is you. I think this is someone who is coming to help you. The healer. It's this beautiful white unicorn. The healer has powerful healing gifts. You may need to reassure them that they have faith in their abilities and to stay on their path. Their path is the healer, though it parallels yours. Don't let them become the tiger. Let them stay the healer. Just a little word of advice. The Fae said they have something to say here. And let's see who shows up. Oh. The fairy godmother is here. Avalon, the time of Avalon, when the mists were open, the Fae and humans lived generally in harmony. It was before the war with them and the closing of the mists. The fairy godmother says that the Fae are near, and some are actually rooting for you. A few will make themselves available to the persons attached to this standing stone in Scotland. Sorry, they're talking. Hang on a minute. There are others of you that this reading is pertinent for who have ties to your Norse lifetimes. Well, this period is relevant. You have older lifetimes. And you may hear the words of Odin. If you see the raven in your immediate vicinity, if that speaks to you, Odin is calling to you. The message on this stone is harm none. You must be impeccable in your actions and thoughts and words. For those of you that are warriors from that lifetime, you will be called upon. Okay, enough fairy talk. We have some more of these. Once again, they're arguing. One of them is saying, that's enough. There's plenty of data right there. We've reached who we need to reach, and that's all. And the other one is saying, no, there's a larger story at the top of the table. And they better cut it out before Laurel tells them to shut the fuck up again like she did in the last reading. Those that are talking have not been in human bodies in many thousands of years. Laurel has she only been dead a short time, so she still knows that humans need more data. The Knight of Cups and the Standing Stone. The Five of Cups. The Knight is coming to someone here. One of you that this... Oh, and the one who says there's more data says that... Note that it is important to remember that Norse warriors also came in female bodies, and some of you may be in female bodies this time. Again. Okay, totally off track now. Some of you will need to walk away from the past very soon, very quickly. There is an offer coming to you. There is a offer. Could I have a little more data than offer? That's such a vague term. A situation arises in which you must, some of you might need to actually leave where you are, leave your home, leave your town. A lot of people are going to be doing that, just as a sidebar. And that Five of Cups is turning and walking away. If you actually look at the situation, Beth, oh, there's a string of names. All I can't really make them all out. They're blurry, but the front name is Beth. You will realize that it's Beth and Elizabeth. Okay. If you keep interrupting me, I can't get the words out. If you look at the situation you're in, that it's not worth staying for. As I told one of my tribe just the other day, you stayed too long at the fair. That relationship should have ended, and you got lazy. As we all do from time to time. I've done it myself. So when this, and it's the Eight of Wands here, so it's very soon, comes about, it's just time to move. You've got the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, and that Knight is coming in. Could I have a name on the Knight? Do we have any more data on him? Is it a him? For some of you, it is actually a man who brings this. Offer doesn't encompass what the feeling that they are showing me. And sometimes they do show me feelings, yes. It's a possibility of a new life, a new job, a new place, and you have to cut the ties with a relationship that really should have been done a while ago. Move forward, because there are choices that have to be made. For some of you, you will have multiple locations to go to. But that Eight of Wands is very soon. Timing is never my strong suit, because, well, I know that it's spiral and not linear, so it doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense to me. But I would say within the next 8 weeks, you will begin to make some very profound changes. Look up this standing stone in Scotland and just be with the image of it. For the one that has been there, maybe you could actually go and sit by the stone. It has data for you. And if you are just with it, clear your mind. The answers that you seek will come very quickly. Okay, that is separate than this guy over here. The tigers. There's a pride of tigers out there who are ready to step up and do what has to be done. They will be trying to strike a balance between health and wealth. And the King of Cups is here again. Do we trust the King of Cups? Oh, come on now. Oh, I would say definitely. Okay, the King of Cups. It's not this guy over here. Clearly not this guy, because this guy, this message that comes, and I don't really know how it comes, but it comes. It's because they're playing with me on multiple levels and multiple time frames, and it's all very confusing. Okay, no, this one warrants watching. That is not this person who does come. He's good-natured. He really does want to help. Not a leader, but a helper. And he can help you bring balance. He has very good insight into getting the Eight of Pentacles, the people back to work, but doing it safely, because the Two of Pentacles is here, and it's telling me that there needs to be a balance between financial resurrection, as it were. That's a hell of a word, guys. And the health. And the healer is here. And the healer will help you make those choices and keep the balance. Yeah. I want to say she, but I don't think in every aspect of this the healer is a she. He does offer relief from the anxiety and the stress that people... He has some really great fucking ideas. And he's someone to brainstorm with. Laurel says, for two of you, you need to check up on him and make sure he gets his shit done, because he's parties a bit. But the ancient gods are watching over and are bringing him to you. You know, in the last reading I had the Emperor, and that card is tantamount to the Emperor. It's the Father God, it's the Horned God. It's the image of all the Father Gods. If you are of Norse inclined, it's Odin. If you are strictly pagan, it's Kronos. He's the one you trust, he's the one you watch, and it's not going to be easy. There's the burden. The challenge is nature. The challenge is to honor nature. And this card, if you look in the background, I don't know if you can see them, they're a tiny fae dancing in the mist behind the man. And they will be there. That's what the fairy godmother is telling you. They will be there to assist whenever they can. And you can succeed. You can. The Nine of Pentacles is there. You've got the 8. It's taking you to the 9. The 10th is within your grasp, but not without... It's not so much barriers, she's telling me, as it is the responsibility. She said, suck it up. You fucking agreed to it. Now shut the fuck up and get going. Okay. Yep. There we go. Laurel has spoken yet again. Protection. 2 of Wands. In this instant with that card, it is about protecting your health and your inner strength. The crone is there with the lion. It is about inner strength, but it is also about your physical well-being. And you are being offered protection for both as you go forth and transform the world. That's a hell of a reading. Okay. Y'all can get a personal reading from me by checking out my webpage. And if you can't find the link, then just leave it in the comments and I will get my email address to you. Okay, what are they having me do next? Who knows?